Hello, welcome to Pro Mixing and Mastering. Today I'm going to teach you how to add saturation to your vocals. Now, saturation can add a certain character, sweet character or excitement to your vocals. So whenever you just want to add good character to your vocals, make sure you use saturation. Saturation can also be a replacement for an EQ, especially when you want to add excitement, high-end excitement to your vocal. Saturation really does a good job. So let's get right into it. So this is the vocal, this one right here.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona. Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona. Ati kukaba kasasema babufi napapene tulebamona. Ati kukaba kasasema babufi napapene tulebamona. Amale chitama kwebo mushina lya chechi napapene tulebamona.
Okay, this is a certain kind of rumba, African rumba. So what I'm gonna do is open up the inserts so I show you the type of saturation that I'm using. I'm using a Fab Filter Sedan, and this is one of the best saturators out there. So if you are looking for a saturator, make sure you use Fab Filter Sedan. You just have to know how to use it, and I'm going to show you guys how you can use this. It's very simple. Once you open it up on default, it's just going to come like this, and I advise you to just use the default way. All the default settings, it's just going to work out. So I'm going to select the vocal and show you, just walk you through on how we can add saturation. Or for now, let me just play along with the instrumental. Then after that, I'm going to show you guys on the solo vocal how the saturation really affects the vocal. I'm going to start with presence. All right, then after that we are gonna come to treble and come to mid and low bass. So the presence just gives a certain character to your vocal, especially when you're looking for good presence. So here we go. I'm gonna start raising this up, so let's start it.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona. Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona. Ati kukaba kasasema babufi napapene tulebamona. Ati kukaba kasasema babufi napapene tulebamona. Amale chitama kwebo mushina lya chechi napapene tulebamona.
There is just a certain character, presence, saturator, Fab Filter saturator adds to vocals. Really sounds nice.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona.
So you can basically just start pulling it up to a place where your vocal starts feeling nice with that nice presence. This presence is different from an EQ presence because this one is a saturator, so there is a different presence that comes with this guy. And then the second one is the treble.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona. Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona.
So you can add the beautiful treble to nice treble to your vocals, and that treble is just gonna get saturated. Then the next one is the mid. All right, I usually like drop my mids during saturation to negative 0.02. Makes the vocal sound better. But if you want to add more mids to your saturate your mids, then you just have to raise this one. Let's try to raise it up, see how it's gonna sound.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona. Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona. Ati kukaba kasasema babufi napapene tulebamona. Ati kukaba kasasema babufi napapene tulebamona. Amale chitama kwebo mushina lya chechi napapene.
Maybe I'm gonna put it on positive 02 just to saturate those mids. And then the next one is the bass. This bass is different from the one that you get from EQ. This is more like gives a round bass or saturates the bass area of your vocals or instrument. So I'm gonna raise it up
ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tulefimona.
There is just that saturation that comes to your bass. Immediately you're able to tell the difference.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tulefimona. Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tulefimona.
So with me, I'm just gonna put it on 0.00 just for this vocal, and then the drive is how much saturation you want to be applied to your vocal. For example, let me drive it all through to the maximum so you guys can take a listen to how this affects the vocal.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tulefimona. Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tule.
So you just gotta put it at a certain point where your vocals just sound nice, where the saturation can be heard. The moment you overdo it, your vocals are just gonna sound too saturated, and somebody who doesn't know this is gonna think maybe your vocals are distorting.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape.
So it actually shows you red is oversaturated, and then a little bit of black and red is on the safer side.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tulefimona. Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tulefimona. Ati kukava kasasema babufi.
So around 15 is very much okay. Then the dynamics is how much dynamics you want to raise onto your vocals or your instrument. This is what it does. Those breaths, the S's, the just those pauses are just gonna be amplified even more. In simplicity, dynamics are raised like this.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tulefimona. Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tulefimona. Ati
so every one of those breaths, every one of those, just everything is just amplified and just raised up. Dynamics are raised, so those are dynamics. Every one of the T's, the things that are hiding in your vocals, those other melodies that you wanna like bring out, dynamics, this really helps you to bring those out, especially jazz songs and other R&B pop songs. This is used to like bring out every word and every excitement, every tongue pronounced word just comes out. So that's the work of this.
ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tulefimona. Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tulefimona.
You just gotta be careful, because if there is a cut, that cut will be heard as well. So make sure your vocal is clean when you want to crank up the dynamics. And then frequency is how much feedback you want for your frequency. I usually like bring it to this side. This side is a more cleaner frequency. 1000 is okay, makes your saturation sound clean.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napape ne tulefimona. Ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu.
So 1000 is okay. Then band frequency, the feedback amount, this one right here is band 1. This is all band 1. So the feedback amount, how much feedback you want.
Ifyalembwa mu kipingo.
More feedback is just gonna give you that annoying tone, just like the one that you heard. So if you wanna have a cleaner saturation, make sure you bring feedback to 0.000. The feedback is the frequency that bounces back. And then this is the mix. The mix is the overall mix of this. The mix is more like sends, this sends that we put. You like want to mix it dry and wet signal. So you want to mix the dry signal of your vocal or instrument with the wet signal of your vocal and the saturation, what the saturation will be doing to your vocal. So if you want to have 50-50, let's say 50-50 more dry and also more saturation, or you want to have more saturation onto the vocal, so that's the work of mix. And with me, I put it on 64.79%. You can either put it more or just 50-50, like just on 50 like this.
ifyalembwa mu kipingo kye
And this will be dry and wet signal coming in.
ifyalembwa
But I want more, a little bit or more of that saturation to be heard, so I'll put it on 68.
ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona.
And that sounds nice, right? And then your level, I told you guys, this is like volume of everything. You wanna raise like the volume gain, the gain.
ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona. ifyalembwa mu kipingo kyenu napapene tulefimona. ati kukaba kasesema babufi napapene tulebamona. ati kukaba kasesema babufi napapene tulebamona. amale kitama kwebo mushina lya chechi napapene tulebamona. amale kitama kwebo mushina lya chechi napapene tulebamona. lesa twafweni fwe bana benu nikwisa tulelola. lesa twafweni fwe bana benu nikwisa tulelola.
So this is an African rumba song, and that I'm helping to mix for someone. So hope this video has helped you. Go ahead and saturate your vocals. I'll see you in the next one.